Hey everyone, it's Numi 2004, also known as D Princess 28. I hope this video finds everyone in good health and in great spirits. I know this video is late coming, but I wanted to do this before I started to kick off some videos in the new year. Before I do the tutorials and things of that nature, I figured I should first come at you with a year in review and basically let you know what's been going on with my hair over the past year or so. When I first started doing YouTube videos, it was December of '08. Well, I posted my first video in December of '08. And then by January of '09, I had done a serious assessment of my hair because I was like, well, if I'm going to be on here sharing videos with women about how to maintain a healthy head of hair, then I need to get my regimen on point. And at that point, my regimen was, as you can see, my hair was long and appeared to be healthy, but I knew that I could do a lot more in terms of improving the health of my hair. For those of you who've been watching my videos from the beginning, you know that in January of '09, I talked about how I was suffering from heat damage because in 2008, I was basically straightening my hair flat. I would blow dry and flat iron it once a week. And by 2009, January of 2009, I made a vow to greatly reduce the frequency with which I applied heat to my hair. Now, some of you have been watching my videos and you just automatically make the assumption that I straighten my hair a lot. Actually, since January of 2009, I only flat iron my hair once every 4 to 6 weeks. So that's once a month, if that. And I've stuck to that for the past year. And one of the other big changes that I made, in addition to not just straightening my hair often, but I also try to air dry my hair as often as possible. I think last year I probably blow dried my hair maybe, I don't know, 3 times or so, but I have found that air drying it prior to flat ironing works well too. I just have to do a lot of preparation pretty much a day in advance, but I think the time and the payoff is worth it. So I wanted to just check in with you guys and let you see the condition that my hair is in. Today, as you can see, I'm rocking the big hair. This was actually a braid out. It looks like my natural curls, but I did a braid out using the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1. And as you can see, I didn't saturate my hair that much. I washed and conditioned it last night and then put some Hawaiian Silky in it and put it in 4 braids and just let it down and let it do its thing. But if I had saturated it more, it would be more in control. But I like big hair, so I'm going to rock it. And also, I'm sure you noticed that I have a little more splash of color in the front, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to basically talk about my hair and the condition that it was in December of '08 to December of '09. Here's a picture of my hair at the end of 2008. As you can see, it was pretty long, but the ends are kind of wispy due to the frequent heat styling. And here's a picture of my hair at the end of 2009. Although it's not quite as long as it was at the end of '08, as you can see, I have a lot more bulk to the ends of the hair. You can especially see the difference on my hair while it's curly. Again, this is what my curls look like at the end of '08. And as you can see, especially on the left side, a lot of it is stretched out and loose. And that's basically signs of heat damage. And here's what my curls look like at the end of '09. As you can see, I've regained a lot of my shrinkage and the curls aren't as stretched out and loose as they once were. Although I still have some residual damage, I've definitely come a long way. Here's an up-close picture of my hair just so you can see how tight the curls are near my scalp and about 6 inches down, and that's all the new growth that took place over the past year. These curls are damage-free, and this is my hair with no product in it. And in fact, all the pictures of my hair while it was curly was of my hair with no product. There are 3 things that I focused on during the past year that attributed to the changes. Number 1, I greatly reduced the frequency with which I used heat. Number 2, I adhered to regular deep conditioning treatments. And number 3, I was sure to trim my ends regularly. In addition to my regular trims, I even went as far as cutting off a few inches periodically. For instance, this is what my hair looked like on July 2nd of 2009. And this is what my hair looked like that same day after I cut off a few inches. As you can see, I basically took a few inches off the sides, which is where most of my heat damage was. And this allowed me to regain the V shape that I love, considering that my sides have a tendency to outgrow the center. I personally know how hard it can be to stick to a regimen, which is why I challenged my blog followers to 3 months of good hair care. I must say that although the challenge was for those ladies who had basically lost faith in their ability to grow and maintain a healthy head of hair, I greatly benefited from the challenge. I guess you can say I was just one of those people who saw deep conditioning as a way to strengthen the hair once it had been broken down by heat, and I therefore didn't see the need for it since I hadn't been straightening my hair. However, I can now say that protein and moisturizing deep conditioning treatments are important even for us curly-haired ladies who don't do much wear and tear on our hair. As many of you already know who saw my video styling my hair with Hawaiian Silky, and this is just a snippet from the actual video, this is basically what I have been doing during the 3 months of the challenge, just saturating my hair with the Hawaiian Silky and keeping it moisturized on a daily basis. So with a combination of keeping my hair moisturized, deep conditioned, and using little to no heat, I experienced a lot of growth during just those last 3 months of the year. By the end of the challenge, I was in need of a trim, so this is what my hair looked like before. And this is what my hair looked like after. So with all the moisturizing, deep conditioning, little to no heat, regular trims, and even haircuts, I ultimately went from my hair looking like this in December of 2008 to my hair looking like this in December of 2009. Aside from my hair looking and feeling healthier, I love the fact that I have a lot more bulk on the ends. Well, what about style? By the end of 2008, my hair was cut in long layers in the front and I had some reddish blonde highlights in the front. Although I had colored my hair once again in April of 2009, most of the color had faded by December. Since I had lost the spark of color that I love so much, I decided to get it back thanks to my Mega Silk Permanent Hair Color Box Kit by Silk Elements in Santa Fe Bronze. I only apply color to the front of my hair, which is basically just my bangs and a streak going back. I also don't apply color to my roots, which is why you can see here that I have applied the color about an inch below my roots. And that's just because I don't want the chemicals to seep into my pores. And also, I've noticed that the hair around the hairline is very fragile, and you can therefore experience a lot of breakage if you get down to the roots. And what you see here is me holding up where I've applied color to the streak that I talked about that I like having go back in addition to coloring my bangs. And here's a picture of the color as it's being processed. As you can see, it's actually a very small portion of the hair. And this is what the color looks like on wet hair. It looks like I colored a lot more than I did, and that's just because of the placement. You'd be surprised how placement has a lot to do with the look of the color. And this is what the color looks like on straight hair. As you can see, I got my color back, and this is what I look like getting ready to go out on New Year's Eve 2009. Well, that's pretty much it for my year in review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for more videos to come. And until next time, peace and blessings.